Hey everyone, and welcome back to Beach Weekly, a podcast created and produced by Long Beach State's student-run newspaper, the Daily 49er. I'm your host, Luke Pajari. Check out our content at daily49er.com, where you can read campus and Long Beach-related news, sports, arts and life, opinions, as well as multimedia content, including more podcasts, videos, and photo galleries. And now a quick word from our sponsor, Long Beach Transit. Right now, your longest trip is from the bedroom to the kitchen. But if you ever have to move around town, Long Beach Transit is moving you through safely. Visit ridelbt.com/basics to see how transit is keeping students safe. This is your source for all things Long Beach State. Let's go ahead and dive right into the news roundup. Long Beach State will begin receiving its first shipments of the Moderna COVID-19 vaccine in the coming weeks, which will be available to students, faculty, and staff affiliated with the university. President Jane Connolly said she predicts the vaccine will arrive before the end of January and hopes students will begin the vaccination process in April. The Moderna vaccine, which is said to be 95% effective, is administered through 2 separate injections 28 days apart. Everyone, including those who have already contracted the virus, is encouraged to get vaccinated as lasting immunity remains unclear, according to a campus-wide email sent by Scott Appel, Vice President of Administration and Finance. Under the direction of public health officials, the campus community is expected to be vaccinated in a process that prioritizes vaccinations for different groups. This starts with essential personnel working on campus and includes faculty and staff, along with athletes, students living on campus, and students with on-campus classes among the earlier groups to get vaccinated. You can find the full distribution breakdown in our latest vaccine story under the news tab at daily49er.com. Just days before President-elect Joe Biden is sworn into office, incumbent President Donald Trump has been impeached for a historic second time for his incitement of insurrection against the United States government. While in office, Trump has consistently made controversial decisions and disputable claims, creating a hostile environment between Democrats and Republicans across the 3 branches of government. After the Senate runoff in Georgia concluded earlier this month, Jon Ossoff and Raphael Warnock's wins have flipped the Senate blue and caused Trump to lose both chambers of Congress in addition to re-election. Biden will officially take office on Wednesday, January 20th as the 46th President of the United States in front of the Capitol building in a ceremony that features celebrity appearances and 20,000 National Guard troops. Long Beach State's men's and women's basketball programs were postponed on January 15th after concerns over COVID-19 protocol were cited. As the only competition sport permitted to be played for the fall 2020 season, men's and women's basketball has been a beacon of hope for the Long Beach State Athletic Department. Men's basketball head coach Dan Monson said that the team isn't where he'd like to see them on the court, but is proud of them for their sacrifices. If the season was going to be played according to previous plans, the department will have had to spend close to $500,000 on testing for student athletes by the end of the season. Testing for coaches and other department personnel could push the total cost over the $1 million mark. Coach Monson said that there have been a total of 500 tests administered so far, with no players testing positive. 1 staff member did test positive. CSULB President Jane Connolly has confirmed that athletes will be required to be vaccinated as doses become more available. After being canceled in March 2020, spring sports at Long Beach State will return for conference play. The Big West Conference Board of Directors announced Friday that Long Beach State athletics will return to conference play for the spring 2021 season. In a statement released by Athletic Director Andy Fee, the board made the decision to allow 10 spring sports to enter conference play outside of men's and women's basketball. The spring 2020 season was canceled last March after the board of directors decided the risks associated with COVID-19 were too high to continue with competition play. And now for our story spotlight. This week, Arts and Life Editor Paris Barraza will be sharing a story she wrote about Long Beach's very own Third Eye Records. Take it away, Paris.
Over in Retro Row, the community of businesses off of 4th Street who cater towards vintage and eccentric tastes is a gem of a records shop. Third Eye Records. Since 2011, Third Eye Records has been a proud addition to the Retro Row community, serving music lovers of all levels with records from the Velvet Underground to the Psychedelic Furs, Nina Simone, or even classic movie soundtracks like The Nightmare on Elm Street. Owner Gary Farley has been a longtime record collector and music lover. And customers like Paul Gonzalez, a Long Beach local, recognize that Third Eye Records' success is in part for Farley's ability to not only nab some great vinyls, but turn them out at a fair price so that others can enjoy these records. The store has a slogan, or perhaps a promise, opening minds since 2002, a reference to the first time Farley opened up Third Eye Records before moving it to Long Beach. To Farley, music is experienced through all of the senses. It can heal, bring comfort, and to employ Alan Connor, start conversations. And so long as Third Eye Records is open, that's what it'll keep trying to do.
Long Beach Transit misses seeing you on the bus, pretending to study while you listen to this podcast instead. Until the day comes when you're riding on the regular, visit ridelbt.com/basics to see how transit is keeping you safe. That's all for this week. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Beach Weekly. This is your host, Luke Pajari, signing off. Take care.